Even as former Tanzania's President Benjamin Mkapa pushes for another chance for Burundi's government and the opposition to get back on the negotiating table to find a solution to the political crisis here, the ruling party CNDD-FDD says it will not negotiate with terrorists. The party's Secretary General told a press conference that the members of the restoration of the Arusha Accord and rule of law belonged to the courts of justice and not the negotiating table.
Imagine if you kill someone and they say, we must negotiate how to finish me. It's impossible. And they will ask everyone, between impunity and justice, what to choose. For them, there is no negotiation because they have case. Others who are with them, we discovered that they are protecting the people who did the coup so that they can be global. And now what we are doing is to call honest people and to talk, ask them why they don't like to come when there is a security in the country.
Now, even as the European Union pledges support to the Mkapa-led talks, the French ambassador to Burundi says that those going into these particular talks must come in with a spirit of readiness to compromise for the sake of the Burundian people.
We hope that this spirit will emerge from the talks here, because without this spirit of dialogue, true dialogue, nothing can happen. It is, at the moment, the positions seem to be a little blocked on each side.
A statement that Kenya's ambassador to Rwanda concurs with.
This common consensus we are now going to discuss with President Nkurunziza tomorrow, so that we also seek their support for the roadmap, which is very important.
Right.
And in my view, it is important that the government gives us that support so that we are able to conclude this dialogue by June next year. In the roadmap, we will continue with informal consultations between the government and select groups of opposition actors. We are trying to see those who are outside, those who can be part of the dialogue process, because the government insists that those who are involved in the coup might not be part of the dialogue.
Yes.
Although we are still negotiating to see how many of those people can be part of the dialogue.
Right.
Because we believe you negotiate with your enemies, you don't negotiate with your friends.
Indeed.
And those are all Burundians, and we are insisting on an inclusive dialogue between all Burundians when we go back to Arusha.
The Burundi peace talks have collapsed twice in Arusha, Tanzania. And this time, the opposition leader, who's also the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Agathon Rwasa, says that it is time for those in government and the opposition to put aside their differences and ambitions for the sake of ensuring the success of the process this time.
What is the main problem today is that, and it has been also the same in the past, one, if he has got onto power, he clings on it, and he wants to remain it for life. But we'd better realize that after all, Burundi will be Burundi even after centuries. We will be forgotten. No matter what will have been achieved, we will be forgotten. But Burundi shall survive. So we'd better think about Burundi more than about ourselves, about our political organization or any other thing which is fueling all this kind of sectarianism that led astray this nation.
Right. Former President Benjamin Mkapa has been holding talks with various representatives of the civil society, government and the opposition right here in Burundi. He leaves Burundi on Friday after briefing President Pierre Nkurunziza on the findings and, of course, a roadmap on the next stage of the peace talks. For KTN News in Bujumbura, I'm Eugene Anangwe reporting.